So, I mean, where does this team go from here now? I mean, we mentioned it earlier that, this is Arizona's 11th loss in a row. I mean, Kevin Sumlin has yet to beat ASU here in his time in Tucson. So, I mean, this game feels so important. Like, it was really interesting last year, at the end of the ASU game last year, Dave Hickey, if you remember, he called the press conference at the end of the game, to tell everyone that Kevin Sumlin's job is safe. But I mean, like, the circumstances are so much different now. I mean, let's just play hypothetical for a minute. I mean, like, if Arizona were to lose this game again, I mean, what do you do now? Like, does Dave Hickey say something? Is the fact that he doesn't say something again, like, it would that warrant, kind of concern? Like, if he came out last year and was confident, why would you not come out this year and be confident? You know what I mean? So, like, if Arizona loses this game, like, it's going to get so ugly. So, I mean, like, where does this program go from here? I guess what I'm trying to get at is just, how important is this game against ASU? I mean, what does this future look like for this program if Arizona wins or loses this game tomorrow?
To me, this game it's not that important, because to me, his job, he should have been fired weeks ago. This isn't about this game, technically. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't beat ASU, so if he beat ASU, then that's a good win, the interstate battle, whatever. But to me, it doesn't matter. Win or lose, he's gone after the year. I think they're just waiting to the end of the season because of the shortened season. But really, like, if they win this game, is it like, wow, you beat ASU? First of all, ASU, they're not that good this year. They also haven't won a game, and this is only their third game of the year because of COVID-19 problems. But yeah, it's basically just waiting on when. I mean, if Hickey came out after the game, had another press conference or whatever, and said his job is safe, I would just be shocked. Either way, if they win this game, there's just no way to me that he could go into this locker room as the head coach of this football team next season.
I honestly, I have to agree with you. I mean, like, it's just so tough to go 1-5 or 0-6 and expect your job to be safe, especially the two previous years that he's had. But, like, I don't know. I think I disagree with you on the point about this game being important. I think this game is so important. I mean, like, they have to end this losing streak, and to end it against, the rivals ASU. Like, this ASU this game is so big. I mean, like, for the rivalry, like, they only play each other once a year. So, when you lose this game, you got to wait an entire year to get your redemption. So, like, they've lost the last couple Territorial Cups. Like, it's time to end this losing streak. And, like, to end this losing streak against ASU, I feel like would just be so huge. I don't think this game would save Kevin Sumlin's job, but it's just so much bigger for this team and for this locker room and this, just this brand of Arizona. Like, if they keep their rivals, like, that's just so demolishing, and, like, it's so, upsetting. You need something to build off of going into next season. And, like, if this team doesn't win a game this season, like, you're going into this next season with absolutely zero momentum. Like, at least going into next season, you say, okay, yeah, we had a terrible season, but at least we've got the Territorial Cup trophy and we beat our rivals ASU. Like, I think that's so important. And, like, I think players know how important this is too. Like, I like that they're taking this game so seriously. Like, I mean, we saw them in the press conferences, Aaron Blackwell and Rourke Freeberg, these guys understand this rivalry. Like, they understand how it works. They know how important it is. Like, Chuck Cecil and a couple other former players have came in and given this team some prep talks in between this week. Like, this is a serious game, and I'm glad that they're taking it seriously. But, like, I don't know. Everyone is just so tired of this losing streak, and to not only end it, but to end it against ASU, I just feel like that would be so big. And even moreover, like, ASU is 0-2, so if they lose this game, they're going to be 0-3 and could potentially be winless, ending the season, which would be even better for Arizona. Like, I don't know. I have to disagree that this game is not important. I think this game is so important. This is the most important game on Arizona's schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's their most important technically. We'll get into our predictions later, but Arizona State is flat out just a better football team. But on another hand is the narrative of Kevin Sumlin and some players in press conferences coming out saying that they're still like a team together, this and that. It's false, and the facts speak. When players during game weeks are opting out because of COVID-19, it's not because of that. Like, let's be real. It's not. If they're winning football games, all these guys aren't leaving. And even further back at the beginning of the season, player like the Schooler brothers, Tony Fields, these players aren't leaving. That's just the facts. If they truly believed in this football team, believed in the coaching and where this team was going, they would have spent their last few years of eligibility in Arizona, and that's just how I feel, and I believe that's how it's going.
Yeah, I think Colin Schooler, the Schooler brothers, would have stayed if it wasn't for this pandemic, but Tony Fields, I think, was gone either way. Like, you can just see it. You can just see the writing on the wall, the way that he was talking, before this season. I mean, something is really wrong with this team. I mean, we've talked about it last week, but I want to just keep going again. Like, I've seen on Twitter a bunch of former Arizona players just complaining about the play calling and complaining about this program. That's just so bad. Like, you need the alumni to believe in this program. And if the guys who were here before now aren't believing in this program, you're doing something wrong. Like Samaje Grant, I don't know if you remember him, but he was a great football player for Arizona. He said something on Twitter that he's never even been invited to come talk to this team and like be a part of this team. Like, that just shows you everything like that is going on in this program. Like, they're not building this program up in the right way, in my opinion. Like, you need to build off of this. You need something to build off of. Like, I think the alumni and the former players and bringing them in and explaining the importance of this game is so good. But if you're not getting these dudes involved, like Marcus Griffin is so active on Twitter. Samaje Grant was just complaining about it. I see Shun Brown. I see guys tweeting, former Arizona players tweeting about this all the time. And if everyone is talking like this, something's wrong, because these guys didn't talk, badly about this team once they're on the team. But as soon as they're out and they're not with the program anymore, then they start, giving their opinions. And that's how you know that something bad is happening within this locker room. And of course, we don't know exactly what's going on, but you can just see the writing on the wall. You can see the hints. Like, this program is not in a good shape right now. And I wish they were trying to at least build something up and at least have something to build off of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should let any alumni that wants to come in here talk to the team. Anybody. Yeah. I don't care who you are. They should let anybody that's passionate about the team or wants to give a pep talk to this team. But yeah, like you said, it's about momentum and structure. It gets back to ASU. Like, ASU, they have that structure. They get good recruits. They have the good coaches in place. So their situation is basically just time, like just when it's going to happen, because they have had corona problems and such. But they do have talented players and the coaching. So and building a better program up. So building a program does take time, but as you said, it's just like it's basically at like -10 right now. Like it's not even moving up. It's moving the opposite. And I'm not positive if they win this game, the outcome will be right. Well, like if you understand that a little bit, just because like the narratives that form, like then like Sumlin, if they win this game, Sumlin shouldn't be happy. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, we beat ASU, good, but right after that, under that, after you're a little happy, you should say that you're not satisfied with losing, and because they still lost. Then they still lost 11 out of 12 games, which is not good.
I think it's better than nothing, right? Like, this team can't keep losing. We can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, they need something. Like, I don't care who it's against, and this game is just such a prime opportunity to build a little momentum. Like, sure, this game is not going to save the entire season. This game is not going to save the future of this program, but at least it's something. It's better than nothing, right? Like, I don't know. And I'm actually want to go back to one of your points that you made. Like, I'm glad you brought up ASU and kind of